So imagine my surprise this morning when two uncooked men reveal themselves in my comments for no reason, unprovoked, attacking me for what they believe my ethnicity. The current TikTok trend that everyone's talking about, the one with cooked men or seasoned men. I like to say seasoned. Usually this is said because these men are exceptional in certain areas where other men are extremely lacking. And what I've noticed is a trend. This trend is that all it takes to be one of these men is basic hygiene and emotional intelligence. And that's actually something you have to work for. So imagine my surprise this morning when two uncooked men reveal themselves in my comments for no reason, unprovoked, attacking me for what they believe my ethnicity is, insulting my skin color, insulting how, claiming that I'm black. Various wild accusations that I hear consistently on TikTok, which makes me think that it might be the same person, this guy, or maybe not, and I just have a cult of TikTok followers that are very dead set on my ethnicity. Either way, his initial comment led to another person comment, and this person did not identify as a person of color. They appeared to be white, a white male. I looked for pronouns and I couldn't find any, so if I misgendered you, I'm very sorry. My pronouns are she, her, they. Anyways, this guy's username is like robotics or something like that with random numbers. He chimes into the conversation, not really a conversation, just someone spewing insults to me, and says this to me: okay, but are you a white person doing blackface or a black person with extremely visible highlight on your face? Honestly, I feel like the answer is kind of obvious, but I'll answer it for you. The white highlights you're describing on my face is actually this really magical product. It's actually called highlighter. You were right on the money. And I take my brush and I dip it right in the white every single day. And I top it off and finish my makeup. So happy you noticed. This is one of the most expensive pieces of makeup that I own. And one of my favorites. Crazy, right? I know that this life experience cannot be that niche because we all know I'm not the first and I will not be the last racially ambiguous black person to exist on earth. But the fact that other people feel so comfortable attempting to push a narrative onto a random stranger regarding their ethnicity is extremely unsettling. Assuming you know someone's ethnicity, their background, their ancestors, all of this information regarding their lineage based on how they look actually makes no sense at all. And that's why I found your comment and your assumptions about black people so unsettling, because you claim to be another black individual and you're claiming that you know what all black people look like because you're black. I'll be the first one to admit that I can't guess anyone's ethnicity. I don't know. I have no clue. And it's not something that you should be spending your time actively thinking about anyway, because it's not any of your business. If someone's naturally and actively sharing their culture with you, that's amazing. But it doesn't seem like you would even receive that in a positive way because you're trying to tell someone who they are. You don't have a right to push harmful rhetoric that is belittling people, calling them names, insulting them, and subjecting them to emotional abuse because you don't like what they are or whatever it is that the issue is. Because I don't know, but it never makes sense, and you never have the right to push this harmful stereotypes down other people's throats, because that's exactly what this is. Not all black people look the same, and you as a black person should know that. It kind of makes me feel like you're cosplaying as a black person, considering there's no photos or pictures of you in your, but I don't know you, so I can't just say things like, so I digress. Now that I've eaten, I've collected all of my thoughts, and I'm really happy about that. I wanted to ensure that I did not insult you as a person when I don't even know who you are, even if you're doing that to me. So I'm going to try my hardest to be as intentional as I can be while speaking with you. All I know is that you're a no-face account on TikTok that's posting similar videos that I've seen commonly posted by every single troll account I've ever came across on TikTok. And your little friend that chimed in to help you insult someone's natural skin color has the same videos up there. I think the game's like Call of Duty or something like that. Is that how everyone is that plays the game? If that's the case, please let me know so I can stay away. And considering that this is a comment that comes up again and again and again, I'm starting to feel like you're the same person with multiple accounts and you just really enjoy commenting on my videos saying weird things about my beautiful skin color. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm not going to accuse you of that, okay? But I wouldn't be surprised considering you spent such a long time arguing and recruiting people for a boneheaded argument. But this is the internet, okay? You can walk away at any time, and you know that. And this is what leads me to believe that you would never act this way in person. But you can correct me if I'm wrong if you do engage in these hateful comments towards people in person, because I really am interested to know. Your behavior, your comments, and everything else from your page is really showing me that you are seeking connection from other people. And that could be driving this really negative behavior. Essentially, it's like when a toddler throws a temper tantrum, except you're not a toddler, and your temper tantrum is insulting someone's skin color. So what would we call that? Bare minimum, let's call it colorism. But I truly believe someone that was feeling happy, content, and at ease, at peace within themselves would not be behaving this way on the internet or in person. If you're harboring some kind of inner resentment, shame, or anything like that within you, know that that's normal, okay? You're not alone. And my upcoming book can really help you work through that turmoil, shame, self-hatred that you might be harboring deep inside. It doesn't have to weigh you down like this. And it doesn't have to make you choose to act this way towards other people, online or in person. So because you're still interacting with me in my comment section with another person and still trying to act as if I'm blackfishing, this leads me to one conclusion. And I'm fairly confident that this is what's going on. I truly believe that you're sitting here and you're fishing for attention. I'm familiar with negging, so I'm not sure if that's a part of it, but I don't really know why a black person would insult someone else that's black for their skin tone and try to act as if they know every skin tone of people of color, because that doesn't make any sense. Genetics produce a wide variety. People are going to look different from one another, even within their own family. Sometimes I'm starting to believe you're just not familiar with who I am. With me, you don't have to fish for attention in my comment section. I love interacting with my fans, building relationships with them, getting to know everything about them, and really spending time connecting with them. So you commenting hate underneath my video isn't going to give you the dramatic response that I guess you're looking for. You didn't hurt my feelings or make me sad. You just made me a little agitated. And then I felt bad for you. Like I actually thought about it. I stopped reading and I started reading into what you're actually saying. I began reading into how you feel about yourself, and you're reflecting this to the outer world via me. Thankfully, this will not bother me, but I'm hoping that this video helps you, because all you made me feel was empathy for you. Deep, genuine empathy. It's just making me think that something is clearly wrong. Otherwise, you would be grasping at straws, insulting someone over an ethnicity that you made up. Everyone has different coping mechanisms, but it's important for you to find healthy coping mechanisms. And when it comes to trolling online, that's actually an indicator of a personality disorder. But I can't diagnose anyone. I'm not a doctor. All I can do is share information and hope that it resonates with you. All I can do is share information and hope that it resonates with you, now or in the future. And now I'm going to be addressing the other person in the comment section. I'm not sure what your intentions were. Maybe you were attempting to be an ally to men or an ally to a black person when you believe that someone was impersonating a black person. But honestly, I feel like that doesn't happen that often. The only person I can think of, or maybe you felt like you were being an ally to people of color because it was a black man. But really what you were doing was chiming in and getting off on the abuse of a woman online. And you didn't care whether it was a black or white woman, which I think is very interesting. Now that I've gotten all that out of the way, I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can feel free to answer them in my comment section since you're already there. How do you know what my ethnicity is? Please tell me where you can see that I am not black. And let's not just reference skin color that you claim is a tan. I would love real examples. Feel free to visit my socials if you need to go look for something. My next question is, how did you get so good at identifying people's ethnicities? Or is it only limited to certain ethnicities that you can identify? Like identifying that this is supposedly blackface. I'm also curious to know what your reference point is for blackness. If you're telling people that they're not black and they're really white pretending to be black, I would love to know what your reference is for a black person. I think it would help shed some light. Lastly, what makes you decide that someone's black enough for you? Is it skin tone? Because you insulting the beautiful skin I was born with and born in is colorism. If you're misrepresenting being black, that's racism. And regardless of how you identify, it seems that misogyny is purely entwined into your mentality. And lastly, tell me what feature of mine erased all blackness from me and gave me whiteness instead. I didn't have to take the time to film this for you, but I felt like it would help you and other people. Please feel free to reference back to my self-reflection question that I provided for him. I truly hope that you both feel better and eventually stop commenting hate. Never let anyone tell you who you are. You're an individual and you're perfect the way you are. I believe in you.